I tried to cut social media cold turkey for a week, but I got even more addicted. My original video idea that I had planned was just to try cut social media cold turkey just to see how it would feel like, because my social media intake was bad. I could marathon Avatar The Last Airbender in that time, and that's only YouTube. This wasn't even including other social media platforms. I did the challenge of that video and had everything shot and prepared to edit. However, in the following days after the fact, I just caved. So I'll show you the original concept that I had shot of trying to cut social media cold turkey, and then in the second half of this video, I'll talk about my relapse. So here's my experience with trying to cut social media cold turkey. So, the plan. Yes, I have made a plan. The plan is to 1. Remove all other tech from convenient areas and put them in places that I wouldn't normally go to. For example, I'm going to probably put all my phones in kitchen drawers. The idea is that I won't have the natural tendency to be looking in those areas, so when I do have the cravings, I have no idea where they are and I don't have a natural progression to just pick up the phones on a whim. The second failsafe that I'm putting in is that any social media, the default state is for me to be logged out. So therefore it will take another 5 to 10 seconds for me to log in. And it's more friction and extra steps for me to actually get access to it, if not already uninstalling everything entirely. So long, my YouTube, my sweet prince. However, I have no idea how to block Facebook and YouTube from a browser on a phone, unless for what I know is with paid apps, and I ain't forking out money for this. The third step is that I'm going to try to suppress my cravings by keeping myself busy. I've already booked myself in for 3 social commitments this week. They should all be fun, but the introvert side of me is just going, And this is on top of blocking social media from my laptop. I can see some people saying that this planning is a bit meticulous and extreme, but there's a reason for that. I'm not even enjoying myself in browsing social media. I'm just stressfully doing it while I procrastinate on doing what I actually need to do.
This is how I look like avoiding all the things that I should be doing, but this is how I actually feel like.
And I really do have the desire to do what I need to do. However, social media is just like a magnetic black hole that just holds me down and I can't escape. And that's why I've said, that's enough! It's time to cut this cold turkey. Even though I made the decision to commit to cutting it cold turkey, it made me realize how addicted I actually am. I am failing miserably to start already. So I installed this website blocker called Cold Turkey this morning and I had the intent to run it. And it's 6:50 p.m. So essentially I've been procrastinating and staring at this screen for a very large portion of the day. And even now I'm so hesitant to press this button, but in recording it, do it! I've got to do it, I've got to do it.
And with that, I had just locked in a whole week with no social media.
That wasn't so hard. I had like a wave of instant relief just come over me. It's finally done. So let's see how a social media free week actually goes.
Starting off with the negatives, this is what I found to be difficult over the week.
Normally I would be watching a little bit of YouTube now to tune down and use as a crutch essentially to fall asleep. However, it is now blocked, so I'm feeling a little bit of an empty hole in my heart. I'm seeing how much of a crutch and reliant on social media I am. I'm just lonely.
Do you know what's really sad? I just did like a really hard-ass workout, showered, and was looking forward to rewarding myself with a nice little lunch. But then I realized I don't have any lunchtime entertainment like I normally do because no social media. I was just alone with my thoughts. It's the little things that are making this real hard. Today is day 3 and here are the state of affairs. I feel like a little piece of me has been taken away because it's been my main coping mechanism and how I've been operating throughout the day. I've realized how much time social media has taken up on my day. I'm much more aware of it. I'm getting urges and I'm gravitating towards my laptop just instinctively, but then I realized that I don't even have that as an option. So shout out past me for locking in the cold turkey. And there are times when I instinctively open a new tab and type in a social media platform without even recognizing it until I get to this page, that my website is blocked. In saying that, whenever I see this web page, I feel like it's a bit of a taunt from my past self going like, you wanted to go on social media? Nice try, you twink. You thought you could enter this website after you said you wouldn't? Get out of here, don't come back. It's quite frightening about how jarring it is of me thinking that I'm working in a flow state and then ending up at this page. It's so ingrained that I'm worried about how I would be if I don't have this blocker. Will I still just go back to bad habits straight away? The Cold Turkey app is just making me realize how down bad I actually was with social media. Not was, is. I'm still working through it.
Removing a massive temptation did make it easier to work. However, it didn't always make me want to work.
What I've come to realize is that I am still procrastinating in getting started on work. I still have the cravings and urges for social media, but instead I replace it with something else, like laying down stressfully and not doing anything productive. So I'm still procrastinating, but the overall trend is that it is much better. I'm using my downtime much more productively. Like for example now, I'm researching typography and fonts, which is supposedly going to upgrade the quality of these videos. So appreciate that from me. I'm already feeling a massive benefit. I'm not fighting with a temptation in order to try force myself to work, and it's opened up a lot more of mental bandwidth. I've been so bored that I've just defaulted to sitting in front of my laptop, and I'm about to get stuck into more work. So I felt like I slept a lot better, but that might be just placebo, uncertain. But that's still a win. So it's nice to feel not like a disheveled human where I'm pretending to be like a normal person, where I'm forcing myself to go out and do my normal morning routine. It's just a nice wake up and actually just have no temptation and just go forth and do what I actually need to do, which is brushing my teeth. Normally I'd start off the day with procrastinating even on that. So starting off the day without the friction of social media already feels like I've unclogged a toilet post Thanksgiving dinner. Brown Friday is the best day of the year for plumbers. I just did a meditation exercise, which I definitely would not do if I were down in the cusps of the TikTok algorithm. Lo and behold, would you believe it, meditation makes me feel less shit than scrolling social media. Crazy that. I'm only realizing now how much of social media is the equivalent of fast food with the quickest enjoyment to regret ratio and feeling like absolute crap after. This is a much better break than being red and bleary eyed and also feeling like absolute crap by comparing myself to literally anyone on my YouTube or TikTok algorithm. Sounds like a little bit of pent up frustrations that a therapist should hear about, but oh well, here we are. I wasn't able to record anything because my plan worked a little too well. I booked myself out entirely to social events and I got way too busy and I overbooked myself essentially and I had too much to do. So I didn't even have an urge to use social media. So I made it through the 7 days, no hitch, no problem. However, past the 7th day, that's when things started to go sideways. Once I had the green light option of unlocking cold turkey, I was all over that. I had binged so hard that my head started to hurt. I did like a single 5-hour session. And after that, I passed out to sleep, ashamed as anyone could be after relapsing so hard. Looking back on it, it's obviously a stupid mistake. You wouldn't reward an addict with the substance that they're addicted to. It's like giving an alcoholic alcohol after they've been sober for a week. However, all it took was a little parasitic thought to be like, maybe you deserve a little bit of reward. And from there, it had me hooked, line, and sinker. I was back on the YouTube. I caved way too easily. So what are my options now? I think I've only got two. The first option is to cut it completely cold turkey, just like the challenge, and do that permanently. You can also whitelist a couple of channels. The second option is to schedule my time at the end of the day at like the last 1 or 2 hours of the day where I'm just basically brainless anyway, and I can enjoy social media guilt-free. If you're trying to cut down social media too, those are the two options I suggest after having gone through the ringer for it. Because moderation skills? Nah. I wanted to tie this video up in a nice little neat bundle to be like, yes, you can cut social media cold turkey. However, evidently it's much harder than that and it's still a work in progress. The challenge hasn't gone to complete waste because it shows how weak my little knees cave for just a little bit of a sucker of social media. So of the two, I'm still going to be playing around with it, but even the teensiest drop made everything go sideways. It made me realize just how much control I've been giving up over my life to social media and just wasting my time to just exhale lightly at any slightly funny meme. It's shown me the light in the sense that I felt like I had way more time, almost like a whole 24 hours more. Crazy. It felt like I was living life more rather than listening to a 20-something-year-old locked up in their own room talking about how they perceive the world. Definitely not me. Now I've been on both ends contributing to the problem, one being a passive viewer and also the other end contributing to the problem. So if you want to try cut out social media yourself, I'll have the Cold Turkey website linked in the description for your convenience, but also feel free to explore other alternatives or something that can block apps as well on your phone. Thanks for watching till the end of this video, and I'll catch you in another one. Or maybe not, because you're using a website blocker as I suggested per this video. Wow, the irony. Oh my god, I didn't see that one coming. Anyway, see ya.